What is going on, people? This is Elder Tenchi, and I am with Crypto Nightmare and Namjita.
Hi.
And today we figured that we were going to talk about the newest information for the DC Universe streaming service that came out about a week or so ago. And on top of some new information we just found out tonight. So, what does everybody think so far of what they've seen? We've got some slated shows, animated and live action. No word on when this is actually going to be released, but we do know the first few shows are going to be released this year, and that's Titans and Titans live action and Young Justice Outsiders, which I'm really looking forward to. But
I'm looking forward to those on the supposedly coming Metropolis series.
Metropolis series?
Yeah, they confirmed apparently a series called Metropolis, which will be centered around Lois Lane and Lex Luthor.
Word. Okay.
It's not coming this year from what I saw, but supposedly it's coming soon, so maybe next year.
Sorry.
What else?
No, our previous conversations.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm looking forward to Young Justice. I am looking forward to Doom Patrol. I would like to see how it's going to tie in with the New Titans. I am cautious about the new series. The New Titans, I'm going to give it a shot, of course, but I don't know. I'm also looking forward to the new Lane and Starlight one.
I was kind of taken aback that they were giving Harley Quinn her own show, but when
She's hotter than lava right now.
But when they said that Poison Ivy was going to be involved, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I want to know how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Well,
and is it going to be monthly or yearly?
Going by most rates, Netflix is what, up to $12.99 now?
Hulu's still $8.
That's only depending on how many screens you have for Netflix. Like, if you only have like the basic package, you're only paying like $8. But then you go for HD and more than just one screen, you're paying a little more.
Hulu's still $8. Crunchyroll is still $7.
Well, it's just
Amazon keeps going up. I think Amazon is like $13. You don't have a Snapple bottle. What are you doing?
Damn it, this is why we need Rick here. I need my jerk-off counter. Jeff, be the jerk-off counter.
What'd you think, Nab?
Oh, what?
About what we're talking about.
Nah.
Well done.
Eh.
With his seal of approval.
It's not a seal, it's a stamp.
I mean, with how long it took for Young Justice to come back, that's kind of, it's kind of a sore spot for some people.
The only thing I kind of probably going to end up being annoyed about is if they do another big time skip. Because it says in this article you got up now, it looks like it's going to take place a couple of years after season 2's end.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm praying you're wrong about what you heard about Wally.
It says it right there. End of the first paragraph. Last sentence.
No! Fuck you!
What, that he's dead?
However, the only logic behind this theory is that the red-headed man, in considering comments from the Young Justice creative team affirming Wally is indeed dead. His conclusion is more wistful thinking than anything.
No, Artemis needs to have her heart fixed.
I know, they did make a great couple.
I'm still gonna hope that he's not dead and he's trapped in the Speed Force.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's like the Borderlands 2 writer and just like glazed over the wiki and then wrote something.
I hope that's not the case. They could be trying to fake us out.
Please fake us out. I really hope for it. Because I also really liked Wally. I thought he was adorbs.
I think he was some people's favorite. I liked him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got the list of the upcoming shows here. Titans, of course. That's coming out in this year. Swamp Thing.
Not to be confused with my ex-boyfriend Swamp Ass.
Yeah, but Swamp Thing. Yeah, Swamp Thing. Because remember, Swamp Thing's based off of the horror character of the same name, Swamp Thing or the
Harley
Thing.
Quinn's not just going to be animation; it's going to be adult animation.
Kinky. But are we gonna have Mark Hamill in this?
What, as Swamp
Harley
Thing?
Quinn?
Wasn't he? Isn't he the voice of Swamp?
He is the voice. He's the current voice of Swamp Thing in Justice League Action. Yeah.
Then please have looking. He's a god.
I will remember that skit forever. The one where he's playing himself.
Look, I will just remember just how nice and how he got himself into trouble at Comic-Con. Hey everyone! Free photo op!
And then they moved him to a table across the room the next day.
And they stuck him in the shack corner.
He recently made a guest appearance on Big Bang Theory.
I'm sorry.
I love that show.
It was good for the first few seasons, but that's a topic for another video.
Good. Anyway.
You're not good.
Yeah, but anyway, so Swamp Thing to me is a wild card. Not as much as Doom Patrol though. I gotta give it to him for trying that out. She's making shadow puppets over here. It's, but I'd say that's the wild card, mostly Doom Patrol.
For the live action, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that won't be starting until next year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they'll give us a
I think
chance.
Titans and Young Justice is the only thing slated for this year from what we see.
Yes,
Right.
But there
that's
might be
okay.
more if you scroll down, so who knows?
Let me see. I think that might be it for now, until we get some more announcements.
Yeah, there's also Metropolis.
Yeah, you're right.
But
In
there's
development,
there's
Metropolis.
No, slated release year.
Have you watched Krypton at all?
No, I don't have anywhere to watch it. It's not on Hulu or Netflix.
It's on regular cable.
I don't have cable.
He's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, you know what?
I'm
Check the.
Both are, so
I don't know if they have it, but check the Sci-Fi Channel website because that's where it's originally from.
I'll have to see if I can find it on.
And that's supposed to connect to the movieverse, and I'm trying to figure out how, but I haven't watched it yet. So
I wonder if that's true though. They don't. DC has so far decided to keep their TV universe separate.
yeah, but this tonally is completely separate from the CW shows. It looks like, aside from some budget cuts, it looks like the movieverse. You know what I mean? That dark, brooding, everything's got to have some sort of armor.
To the CW series.
No.
Can I just say something I would like to see?
What's up?
The animated Titans from what we've been getting recently, like from the Judas contract and such.
Yeah.
Let's get some more of that shit.
You want to get more of that?
Fuck yeah.
Did
Did you not like the Judas contract?
I mean, I'm a fan of the DC animated movies, and I like the way they're doing the Titans. It's just certain things like Nightwing and Starfire's relationship in this continuity is kind of strange.
I'm more looking forward to their new attempt at the death of Superman, which is supposed to be more accurate while still updating it for the new 52 continuity that they've been going with.
I'm kind of sour on the fact that they've been doing the new 52 continuity for this long, because the comic books for that continuity didn't last long at all, but
It
yet
lasted years. The comics new 52
lasted only
for like 5 or 6 years.
yeah, but then they were like,
Back to
oh,
their
we're
original
rebooting it
continuity.
again because it wasn't really doing well.
They more so combined it with the original continuity with Convergence. So it's like the new 52 and the original continuity still exist for some titles, but other titles were phased out and brought back to their original continuity.
Yeah, because the first time they did the Death of Superman animated,
Superman Doomsday back in 2007.
yeah,
And that
I
didn't
watched
turn
it.
out very good.
I watched it. It was okay.
It was okay. It just wasn't really that good. It's because they condensed a 3-part storyline into 70 minutes.
And here they're just adding in the Justice League.
And now for this one, they're doing it in 2 parts. So they're probably going to have to condense and cut some stuff out, I'm sure. But they have more time to play around with. Now you're looking at, instead of 70 minutes for all that stuff, they're probably going to have closer to 200 minutes.
So that one's coming out very soon. Like
I think it comes out in a few months.
yeah, it's coming
The
out
second part will be next year.
right off the heels of what was before this one? Wait, they had Gotham by Gaslight, which I heard was like up and down for some people,
Yep.
and
Harley Quinn movie.
Batman Ninja. Man, we recently just watched Batman Ninja.
Batman and Harley Quinn.
Oh my
Huge
God.
monkey ball.
Oh man,
You know
Batman.
a sex scene with Nightwing?
Yeah.
Well, the alleged sex scene.
Yeah, he seemed to have his clothes on.
We're gonna just say alleged sex scene. They might have fooled around a little bit, but that's why I'm kind of concerned when they say adult animation for Harley Quinn.
It might just be exploring her relationship with Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh my god, gay is an adult topic.
But they're not actually gay, though.
they're
Both
bisexual.
characters have been straight.
No, they're bisexual.
They're in a relationship.
They're actually in a relationship. So,
I never saw that.
Where
well,
the fuck have you been?
in the comics for
I've
the
always
past
seen
few
that Harley
years,
and Joker and Poison Ivy was just single. But
no,
Poison Ivy at some point was married to a guy.
they always had, like I said, they're bi. So they always had something going on with them after a few years had gone by. And honestly, just judging from what I've read, that's the healthiest relationship either one of them have been in. You know what I'm saying? So I'd ship them for real.
Speaking of shipping, I would like to see more Raven Beast Boy that's supposed to happen, because in the comics they do date. Which is pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like them together.
Yeah, they kind of touch on that on Teen Titans Go a little bit.
Well, they touched on it in Teen Titans.
Mm.
And I'd like to see them bring Terra to Titans.
Tara.
Which wait. So
Tara was the one from the Judas Contract.
Yes,
Yeah.
she also showed up in the other Titans too.
yeah, and there's been different versions of her too.
Allegedly, she does, like, there's two different versions of her, like,
Yeah.
the Judas Contract and a girl that comes with no memory. I would like to see another season of Titans. I'd like to see where they were going to go with that.
Mm.
I'd like for them to go more into back into Beast Boy's backstory,
Mm.
because that's a really dark backstory for
I
someone.
liked his backstory in Young Justice.
Oh, this one's fucking darker.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one. That was really cool. I mean, I enjoyed the snippet of backstory we got for the original Titans, but I gotta give it up to them for what they did with him and the connection with Miss Martian and all that.
Which explains his shapeshifting, which is neat. But no, his comic backstory is, oh my god. But then it also, if they go by that continuity, it'll fuck up the Doom Patrol.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I mean, if they set it years apart from each other, maybe that'll work. You don't think so? Why not?
From what I remember, do you want me to just dive right
Go
in?
ahead, dive in.
Okay. So, Beast Boy's birth parents were explorers, pretty much. He got bit by a monkey, he got really sick, his parents made an antidote, and
Monkey powers like Spider-Man. But with monkeys.
he turned green and was able to shapeshift. His parents were killed by poachers. He is then basically abused and used as a sideshow. Is then rescued by the Doom Patrol. The leader, who I believe is psychic, started to go batty and abused him and his wife, who Beast Boy saw as a surrogate mother. And she had him arrested and all this shit. And so, kind of fucks up the Doom Patrol. It's at least from what I remember, at least from one comic. It's been a long time since.
But that was back in the Changeling days. Have you read anything about him now?
I have not. I have not had a chance to. Well, I read some really good ones where, like, he was trying to cope with, Tara being evil and him and Raven's relationship shattering.
Right.
And then he felt like he didn't belong with the Titans.
Right.
Oh my god, those comics are so fucking good.
But remember when we were looking at the photos that got released for the Titans show?
Yeah.
It looked like they were going the Changeling route because you had noticed the way his clothes were.
Yeah.
Right. So they might be doing the right after he
Left the Doom Patrol.
left the Doom Patrol and then met up with his friends that would become the Titans. But then Nightwing is a prominent figure in this, so unless they change that completely and just go from Dick Grayson from Robin to Nightwing, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but that's just the way I'm figuring it, just based on what we've seen so far.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Now, my overall question is any of this, I know the animation stuff may not, but at the same time, DC has done animated stuff and have it connect to the CW stuff before. Like, we got the
And we have
Vixen and the Ray.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely watch both Vixen and The Ray. You know, I enjoyed the heck out of those two shows, and
I
it
watched them both.
and it gave me a better appreciation for Vixen. And I did like the way they portrayed this version of Vixen for Legends of Tomorrow, which honestly is my favorite show out of the bunch. I thought it was gonna be The Flash for the longest time, but nah,
For
Legends
me,
of
it is the Flash. I think Arrow's kind of been going downhill.
Oh my god, when Trickster showed up.
You mean like the second or third time he showed up?
First.
The first time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, I squeezed so hard.
You know, he at first was a little apprehensive about bringing that character back to life.
He
Because
voiced him in the cartoon, but didn't he also
he voiced him
play
in the cartoon.
the original Flash series?
In the original Flash series, yeah, back in the 90s. And that's why he was apprehensive, because he was like, are people, are viewers today going to see him as, you know, as the Trickster? Will they respect that? And everybody loved it. So
Because he's so fucking...
he killed it. So
Look, I would pay any amount of money to sit down and interview him for our channel.
really?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to.
Well, he's really nice. Maybe he'd do it on the cheap.
And I know
I mean, he shouldn't. Me being my awkward pink-haired fangirl self. Can I shake your hand? Of course you can. You saw I was almost in tears.
Oh, that was awesome. That was all.
And if
Yeah.
Jeff wasn't in line holding our spot, I would have dragged him over. But we had to get Taylor's spot. Those lines are fucking don't kill us. Yes, I've been playing Borderlands lately.
Oh, nice. But really, how much of this is going to connect to what has already been established in the CW universe, or are we just going to treat it like its own thing? They don't.
Well, they already said Titans is not going to be connected, so.
So from that means Doom Patrol won't be connected.
I don't think Doom Patrol will. I think
Then if
Doom
that-
Patrol. I think this stuff is going to be in its own universe.
I mean, if that's the case, then they could just, you know, just have it all be in its own universe, much like they're doing with Black Lightning. But Black Lightning,
Is tying into Young Justice.
It's possible if they are going to connect something to the CW universe.
well, I'm talking about the CW version of Black Lightning, the live-action version of Black Lightning, which I would definitely recommend you watch.
Maybe they would connect Metropolis to the CW version because we don't have really much on the Supergirl's cousin Superman.
Well, but we do
He's
have.
been in the series a little bit, but he's
Yeah.
not
Can we work on their phrasing?
been in
by
there
the
that
way?
much. But then again, with that, the Supergirl series is connected to the old Superman movies from the 70s, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, but then we already have a Superman in this version of the DC universe. He fits very well. The actor who's playing him is doing a great job. You know, he's not overused or anything like that. It didn't just become Superman's show overnight. So
Well,
I
that's what I'm saying. Is It's possible that Metropolis might be their way to have a Superman TV series like they did back in the 90s with Lois and Clark, except make it a good series.
and that
Oh.
you didn't like Lois and Clark?
Not really.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god, the Superboy.
It was
fanboy.
okay in the first season, but it started to get worse as it went on past that.
Oh,
Dean
I
Cain is
gotcha.
not my favorite version of the Superman.
I gotcha. So you think he's better as the character they got him playing now? When he came back in Supergirl?
I kind of like him as his cyborg character.
Mm.
He's not the Hank Henshaw cyborg, but he is a cyborg character. I kind of liked him in that role.
I think
And I've
I-
liked other roles that he's done. He's a good actor. When he played Vandal Savage on Smallville.
Ah,
I think I know the version of Superman you like the most.
Which one?
Alan Tudyk.
Oh, from the animation. He was alright, but I like Tim Daly as Superman's voice the most.
What about the other one we met?
George Newbern, he was good too.
He's nice. He's super nice.
Uh,
Sorry,
but
we do cons, so we need a shit ton of voice actors.
but of all the Supermans, I think Henry Cavill has knocked it out of the park for the character.
mm.
I mean, he's not the traditional dorky super Clark Kent, but I kind of like Clark Kent not doing that to try and hide it because that's such a stupid thing. Oh, you're wearing glasses. I don't know who you are now.
But it's not just him wearing glasses. It's not. He changes his entire demeanor.
Yeah.
Everything
no,
from.
yeah, it's like subliminal, like some kind of Kryptonian superpower that like.
No, that's back in the 40s that he was able to actually morph the appearance of his face slightly.
Yeah, now it's more along the lines of he changes his entire character. You know what I'm saying?
His Does that mean his glasses are like Sailor Moon's tiara?
Kinda, yeah. Like, no, kinda, because who wouldn't be able to tell that Usagi was Sailor Moon?
Ah,
You know?
Superman's a Sailor Scout.
So what
So,
I'm saying is Henry Cavill's version of Superman and Clark Kent is like they don't treat you like an idiot by having him doing the whole bumbling disguise and being like, yeah, he's being a bumbling dork, but nobody's gonna notice. Anybody's gonna notice by looking at him if they've seen Superman's face, which they have. Superman's all over the newspapers and all over the TV news. So
but you understand why he has to hide it anyway, right?
yeah.
I mean,
And also, that's sorry for derailing this into Superman thing, but that's the thing that I liked about the movie version of Lois Lane starting in Man of Steel, is that she wasn't an idiot. She knew pretty much right away. She put it together pretty quickly that Clark Kent and Superman are the same person.
do you think it was kind of a waste to have her do that in the first movie, though?
No, I liked that they had her figure it out quickly, because the longer she goes without knowing, the more of a oblivious idiot it kind of makes the character look like.
Mm-hmm.
And Lois is supposed to be like this
Super
really sleuthy reporter that knows that finds everything and can report on it really good.
Mhm.
So for her to have that kind of upstanding reputation as a reporter and to look Superman like dead in the face from like 6 inches away from him and not be able to look at him and know that it's Clark Kent kind of makes her look like an idiot. So I like that they did that for her, that she was able to piece it together that quickly.
I feel you. Well, it was also announced. What was it today? Yeah, pretty recently that we are seeing a version of Batwoman.
Yes.
Finally, in the
Batwoman will be in the
Arrowverse.
Yep, in the next 4-part crossover, or however many parts, because how
Right.
many shows do they have now? 5, 6.
Yeah.
Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, and Black Lightning, but
And-
that's not connected.
And Black Lightning, it's not connected, but
So
they
it's at
could
least a 4-part
connect it.
crossover.
You know what I'm saying? They could connect it, like
They
for,
easily could, yeah, the same way they did with Supergirl.
With
'cause
Supergirl.
Supergirl was originally not connected, and I think the reason for that was because CBS originally owned the Supergirl series.
Well, it wasn't just
No one
that. It was
brought it
made.
over.
It was made by the same people.
Yep.
But the thing was, you have the CW shows. They film in Canada.
Yep.
The first.
I think Supergirl films in LA.
In LA, so there was travel issues there, but now that they don't have that much of an issue anymore, but you still have her in another dimension, which because
Yeah,
of the
that was
multiverse,
something that Flash season 2 opened up
yeah,
because of all the breaches to the different Earths. They were like, oh, we can do Supergirl now. We can connect it.
exactly. And so in the Black Lightning universe, they know about the comics. They also know about the superheroes themselves. So you can just bring them in, just like you do with Supergirl, for these crossovers, how many they may be, and without having to confuse the heck out of people. If you've
They'll do
been
that anyways.
That's
watching the
something
shows,
funny,
it helps.
That the Arrowverse has also acknowledged the Marvel Universe. There's a scene where Felicity references the Incredible Hulk,
Yeah.
and there's a scene, I think it was actually in Flash, where Barry says something about his spider senses tingling.
Yeah, but the movies are a part of their universe, so they know the movies exist. To them, I
So
don't
in
think the
DC
heroes exist.
universe, Marvel is just fictional in movies.
Right.
And
Like in
everything.
our universe.
Right.
So it's like, haha, we're real, you're not.
Right. Except it's more like in this universe, Marvel is like, we can make a movie, you can't. All that
Marvel-
well.
Ha-ha.
Marvel's universe, they're like, haha, DC doesn't exist. There's no Superman, there's no Batman. Thanos erased them.
Your shit's gone.
Oh man, but I'm looking forward to this. But I wish they would tell us what the fees and everything are. I mean, it could be
If it's
something.
more than $10 a month, I'm not gonna be impressed.
Not right off the
Yeah,
not right off the
but-
bat.
Especially with only a handful of shows.
What I think their smart idea would be is maybe do a free app like for the first month, let people get a taste.
If they took something like
Like on the
CW
beta,
approach,
just
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if they took like the CW approach where you can access and watch the shows for free with commercials, but then maybe they also give you the option to have a premium account where you can watch them in HD without commercials.
Right.
Which I don't give two shits about the commercials, so I'll sit through them.
I kind of do and I kind of don't. If I'm really invested in a show, half the time the commercials do bother me. And one thing that kind of bothers me, and it's just because I listen to it a lot.
When Hulu shows you commercials for something you have never in your life looked for.
I was gonna say when the volume for the commercials is up and everything else is low.
CW app.
You know, it's a
YouTube keeps
small
showing me
pet
apps
peeve,
for
but
Ha
condoms.
ha!
because you're
You'll
an adult,
never need those.
because you're an adult, it's
It's not even in my search history.
it doesn't have to be. It's just the commercial because they know your age. They're like, okay, he can handle this.
Or they're horribly
He's the only
misinformed.
one that can handle it. The only one that will.
They're horribly misinformed if they think you're getting any.
Ouch! You have no faith in your brother at all, do you?
He'll find someone.
In that way, wow.
They just haven't built it yet.
We're not back on the sex doll conversation.
You can't afford her then.
Oh, we are back on the sex doll conversation. Yeah.
Unless he's
Just
talking
warn.
about a pocket pussy or something.
Just warning for that one for the not safe for work episode. The sex
were
doll.
awful.
We were awful on that one. It was so much fun.
Not in our usual awful way.
This time it had naughty bits.
Oh man.
Naughty bits.
Everybody has naughty bits.
Yeah,
But
but we don't want to see yours.
so out of the handful of shows they've announced so far, which one are you looking forward to besides Young Justice?
Damn it!
Oh, I can't pick Young Justice?
Because we all picked Young Justice.
Titans,
Then
I
I
guess.
guess I'll say Metropolis.
Of course you'd pick Metropolis. You'd suck Superman's dick if you could.
Who says I can't?
I'm gonna go with the Harley Quinn show.
I need an adult.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Harley Quinn show. I just want to see how this
I wanna
adult
say
version
Doom
of Harley
Patrol,
Quinn
but
is.
there's nothing announced about that yet except for the title and the year it's coming out.
I'm gonna go
We
for
have literally no information about that. At least with Metropolis, we know that it's going to be focused on Lois Lane and Lex Luthor.
I'm gonna go with Titans just because I love Raven and Beast Boy.
Right.
That's so Raven.
Give me something to throw at him.
Nah.
Please.
No.
I'll buy you a candy bar.
I have candy.
And I can't eat it.
Well, in the meantime, let us know what you think of this DC news. What show are you most looking forward to? Are you hoping that the DC streaming service is going to be worth getting a subscription for, or are you not going to bother and just wait till someone pirates it? Let us know in the comments
below.
below.
On DVD.
That's gonna take a while. That's gonna be like waiting for the Marvel Netflix stuff to come out on DVD. It takes like a year or two for that to happen. But that's why streaming is there. But anyway, let us know in the comments below. And with that, we are bidding you peace, love, and never be normal.
Bye.
Bye.